That's the old lifebook name. Like, Kevin had a lifebook name. Fuck, I forgot. I think it was like K for awesome. Great for treachery. Yeah, there you go. And it goes on from there. But in any case, welcome everybody to the Slab Lounge. It's hosted by none other than the three Kwamis: Doug Medhin, Kevin Bradley, and Robert Haywood. Now, the reason why is now I brought this up when me and Captain K were playing Disgaea. See, the reason why I call us the three Kwamis is because, first of all, Kwame is the leader of the Planeteers. He controls Earth, and I'm sure at one point in our lives we all had a secret crush on Whoopi Goldberg. That said, today's Slab Lounge is brought to you by, again, I'll just toast you.
We all can't be Ted Danson, right?
What?
We all can't be Ted Danson, right?
Why would you want to be Ted Danson?
Well, he was married to Whoopi for a while.
Yeah, but he wasn't the boss.
He was Becker, and he was in Cheers. I mean, why?
Oh, wait! Who am I I got confused. I got Ted Danson confused with Tony Danza. Oh my god. Wow. You know what? Okay. Instead of us being sponsored by Toasty Summer and BobbyFrancisBoutique.com again, this episode is brought to you by actors. It's important to know the differences between actors' faces and names. Oh my god. Cheese and fucking crackers. God damn it. Wow.
I would say we're in a good place right now, but I guess you want to get that reference because it's not a brown man.
Yeah. Okay. Let's talk. Well, today's gonna be something somewhat special because today we're actually gonna be touching up on the Dune movies. Well, like, to be fair, like, there are three iterations of Dune that, first there's the 84 one, I think it came out in 1984, and had Sir Patrick Stewart. That's the movie everyone hates. But, like, a lot of people forget that's the sci-fi version, one that came out in 2000, even existed, which is weird because that was actually, like, the best version of Dune up until, like, the recent Dune movie. Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying the sci-fi version was perfect. The acting, the acting was so terrible.
You're like, oh my life.
Yeah, one of them, at one point, is like, the Guild does not recognize your authority. Like, it was that forced. Like, it was seriously. The guy who played, the Baron was so just hamming it up, like, really badly. He was.
Talking about the 2000 version or the recent one?
Yeah, the 2000 version.
2000 version.
That was so terrible. I mean, like, ugh. That guy could not act to save his fucking life. And, like, the Bene Gesserit, the Bene Gesserits, nope. And it's not just that. The CG, to say the CG aged poorly is an understatement. Star Trek The Next Generation and Star Trek DS9's CG effects look hella better by comparison. And those two series came out well before fucking, Dune. Frank Herbert's Dune.
I still feel like in that situation what happened is they did the more important scenes and then budget got in the way.
Oh, well, yeah, I know that.
Yeah.
But at the...
Well, because I mean, like, there's a way to map your stuff out where the budget doesn't do that, but people always get excited when they make stuff and go, make the pregnant scene! And it's like, oh, we have to make those other scenes.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, I think it was a budget thing, but I think it was also because when they did that, they were still getting into the whole, hey, these books being converted into actual movies as being more viable. But, like, yeah, they didn't have, like, a Lord of the Rings budget or all that other shit, and it was on a sci-fi channel. But, I mean,
I think they has enough of a budget.
Yeah.
Pump out, like, 30 movies a fucking year.
Judgment Day, Terminator kind of shit. It's like, okay, maybe if we can go 10% here, we have a script kind of going off the book.
Well, I mean, it's not just that.
And they just got tired of shooting shit in a desert.
I don't think they shot anything in the desert. Like
yeah.
For the 2001, they didn't have the CGI to be like, hey, we can shoot it anywhere. I think they did that in Tunisia, right?
I don't know. I don't remember the.
Yeah.
I think you're right on that.
I've watched like special features and stuff.
Yeah, me too.
I did at one point, but it's been a long time.
Yeah, no, agreed.
Yeah,
It's
but I'm just saying, like, for the time of the budget and stuff, if you don't have a budget, you're not going to be like, hey, let's paint in this other Santa shit. I think they were in Tunisia. That might have probably went where a lot of the budget was because it was an on-site thing. But you can double check that.
okay, but like it had good writing. Plus, it did have boobies.
It have good writing. I mean, you have a book, someone else written. You're just like you're good at it.
Yeah, but like it also.
Doesn't necessarily mean it's gonna turn out good. Look how many book movies have been atrocious.
Well, it's been
atrocious
because some of these people they take books and maybe in their mind they think it'd be a great shot, but they can't express it, or maybe it wasn't a good book for camera. Maybe it's one of the ones like you can't translate the scenes or didn't have the technology enough for it. Even if you have all the words.
I will give some of that credit because that is pretty accurate. There are some things in the book that back then it's a little hard to implement it in a reasonable way. Whereas nowadays, it's kind of like you just need computer systems to help you out.
Yeah, and so you will have to do a lot of subtext and stuff. So now you have a director or whoever's writing it deciding, do we think our audience is smart enough to get this subtext? And if you get it wrong, you got a bunch of people confused, don't understand half the shit. And if you don't, you might have a cult classic, but you have a small amount and you don't get the big view that you want on there. So you're kind of
Stuck out a little bit. Because that's kind of like with what Mortal Instruments.
With that City Underground and shit?
No. That's Mortal Engine.
Oh.
Mortal Instruments.
I was like, fuck that
different
shit.
Mortal things.
I'm like, oh, don't get me started on it.
Oh no, I had hopes for that and it didn't turn out the way it did. Because I was like, yes, that looks amazing. And then you watch and you're like, oh, okay. But no, Mortal Instruments is the one that it got later redone in a more appropriate date to what the series was, which was because it's the book series that follows Claire when she meets like the hunters who are part angel and then they're
they're angel death and shit.
Because they made the movie and then it didn't do well and then they remade the movie and then it still didn't do well, but then they made a series and then they did okay for like the first season and then they fucked up the second season.
Okay.
And
Yeah, I was gonna ask why don't they? Why were they so fixated on Dune movies? It could have been just fine as a series as a whole, if you think about it.
I think right now, I feel like they're trying to come back on people after how Game of Thrones did, and they're trying to rack up on that bracket. Because Game of Thrones just wrecked everybody at the end.
Those things are hot right now, and they could do like a mini-series here. If they do these movies well enough, I'm sure there's a production company willing already lined up with either HBO or some big one where it's like, we can
If nothing else, Netflix will pay it.
based off of it.
Oh yeah. Well, I know they're doing like a Harry Potter TV series or something like that, but like.
Oh,
And
yeah.
they're do it, and it's gonna be completely different from movies. They just want the movies to get people into it, so they don't have to fucking read the book. And then they're just like, let's do this. Because let's face it, if Breakfast at Tiffany wasn't like 80 pages, it was like a 500 book. They would have several series right now.
Well, I mean, it's like the same thing with Game of Thrones. Everybody talks about like how amazing the series is minus the final season. But everybody talks about how amazing it is. But the thing is, everybody's going how amazing it is because they didn't read the book. If you read the book, you would realize most of the book is strategizing about the wars that you are currently witnessing that they cut out. The majority of the book is that
love reading Ender's Game. I love reading the book. But in the movie, I'm just like, what the fuck is this? I don't know. It was just little weird shit.
I had hoped that maybe if they had done a second movie, they would have done better. But the way the first
movie went, second movie if they would have developed Bean more in the first movie, and Bean was shit in the first movie. So I mean, that's just more Bean, and that's a magical fruit. And the more you eat, and the more you chew, that's.
But yeah, that actually was one of my favorite book series when I was younger, and I had never fully gotten to read Ender Shadows part of the series.
Ender Shadow was great, and then that's why I was also afraid. If you ever read the Margaret Atwood series of Orson Craig to Mad Adam and shit, after I saw what they did with Ender's Game, I was like, do not touch this.
Yeah.
Because it's already confusing at first when you first read it, because they switched from Snowman and Flashback, and I'm just thinking, God damn it, they're gonna get some director, and it's like, I don't know who it's gonna be. It might have been Michael Bay with a bunch of boom shit. I'm not sure. I really don't respect that guy. I don't know.
Well, I mean, if you do want a very dynamic explosion battle scene, he is good for that. If you want that, you will get those special effects.
Okay, Michael Bay is known for let's do the explosion and fill in the dialogue and plot later in the editing room, basically.
Like you should definitely have someone else in charge of the script, but just let him handle the other part.
Well, I think a person would be good for the script is what was that? Who did that Notebook shit?
Notebook shit?
I actually don't know.
This is dirty. Was it Judd Apatow? He does a good heart-wrenching thing. If I want to do background, so I would use that to normalize some shit. Like, I feel like if you know that new Black Adam movie that's supposed to be with The Rock, right?
Yeah.
What?
I feel like if Judd
he was cast for it.
that shit was with Michael Bay's influence on the fight scenes would be great. Because his whole thing about him reviving his dead wife would be greater thing. Just like I think if Judd Apatow would have wrote Revenge of the Sith, it would have made more sense that Anakin killed those kids. I mean,
even in the context, it's a bit thrown in. At the time. I get you're going to the dark side.
But come on, you were gonna kill these kids? Like, I feel like right now,
at that time to influence you that heavily to be like, do the thing I would do. Like, no, you just started. No.
So right now, if he did the Revenge of the Sith, what would you do for that transition? Is when they have that right before he killed the kids, they will put that meme of Michael Jordan that says "fuck them kids" on the screen for about a minute, and then.
When I was watching like the 2021 Dune movie though, I don't get me wrong, I love the movie. Like I love that movie. That movie is great, fan-fucking-tastic. When I first started watching it though, when that opening battle scene was kind of turning me off because I was like, I wanted to watch because like Dune is all about politics. Like that's
It's pretty much a political book series.
Yeah.
Well, what do you expect? You're like in a dystopian future world with sand and shit. They're drinking their own piss. Like, I mean, come on, like.
Yeah, that's the other thing I wanted to. I was gonna make. I was gonna say I wanted to make fun of that because I know like they the dead's converted into water. So I'm just all like, the guy who died, what was his name? Javid? Yes. Javid. He challenged he and Paul fought in the Uptum at like the end of the flick, and they're gonna obviously they're gonna convert him into water and just drink him. So I was just all like his mom's coming up, so like, so how's Javid's piss taste like? Needs a little sugar there. Like, it's like, because It's not just that you're drinking his sperm too, man. You're drinking what the sperm.
Everything.
Yes.
So it's a weird thing because like if you're doing that, wouldn't you, if you're growing up, wouldn't you monitor the people like around you, be like, hey man, like, you know, I might be drinking you later, so maybe lay off on this, or maybe.
Yeah. What if he had hepatitis? I mean, like, what if he had hepatitis? Like, you're gonna.
It's like, how good is your level?
But what if the person tastes delicious? What does that say about them? Because they're not alive for you to question anything at that point. Well,
Right.
how would you know what the secret is?
Like, what's 11 herbs and spices? And all of a sudden,
No. The secret ingredient is cocoa butter.
Come on.
It's like,
Wait.
Be like, you know, I'm not a dark meat type of person, but.
Let me get this straight. We are out here fighting for spice with sandworms. But you bitches have cocoa butter? Like what?
Hey, well, Captain, because if I said they had tiger butter, you would be in there like in a fucking heartbeat and just destroying everybody.
Yeah, I would. That's valid.
For those who are wondering what the fuck we're talking about, back in the old country of Arizona, there existed, what was it? It was like white and black chocolate, right?
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? I'll let you handle it, because like you were the one that ranted about how much you don't like chocolate, but cocoa butter is tiger butter. That's all you.
Yeah. Because, I don't officially care much for very much chocolate in general, unless it's like European chocolate. Usually that's because they're cheating and they're mixing things into the chocolate, like honey and stuff, so it tastes completely different. But tiger butter is pretty amazing in itself, even though it has chocolate mixed in it. But then it still has like some of the white chocolate mixed together, and it has a stripe. It's just amazing. It melts in your mouth. It's so delicious. So yes, no, I would go wage war on tiger butter. That's fine. I would create that would be the side brand type war. Spice wars are happening, but you can hear rumors of the tiger butter wars going off somewhere. Not go over there. We're just no. I've heard those tales. We do not go there.
So wait, you would display that subtextually in the movie somehow? Facts. Like, you're reviewing a movie. I love the subtext about the tiger butter report.
I'd be like, yes, that's what hooked me in. I heard tiger butter was in this movie. I came for the tiger butter.
It's like, just call me Joe the Tiger King. I'm here. It's great.
But for added note, if anybody ever does get a chance to go look it up, yes, it is delicious. It is one of the most. When I was a kid, and I lived in Texas, me and my mom used to go to the mall, and there was a candy store there, and they sold it, and we would just get it by like some pound. Take home and just be like, oh.
So if that shit's still unhealthy, is it illegal in the United States or what? Like,
It's unhealthy. I don't give a fuck. I've not died this far, and I'm pretty sure my body is at least a third of it. So
I'm gonna say, because if it is a shit, I'm near Mexico. I don't want to go down to Mexico.
be careful. That might not be real tiger butter. You might get like
might be
leopard,
something
you might
else.
get leopard butter or something.
Leopard butter.
I'm like tiger butter. Here you go, 3.5 of black heroin. What?
Okay.
Tiger butter. That's what we call it down here. What?
So, as we were saying, the beauty of tiger butter. Don't go to Mexico to get like that bootleg tiger butter. As Captain said, he will get leopard butter.
Yep.
I get better though. That's like the Coca-Cola still has that regular sugar cane, you know.
Right?
But see, that's the thing. Is sugar cane's the original sugar though? So are you trying to say that leopard butter was before tiger butter?
I don't know. I never had it. I'm not a butter historian. I mean, shouldn't we get like the Amish on this? Like,
No, we should have gotten.
They don't make that one.
Yeah.
Are you sure? I mean, they're not exactly selling the press out there and tweeting about it.
Taste it, and then tell me if it tastes like someone who's Amish that doesn't believe in certain things or devices
that they do decided not to be Amish, but took their Amish thinking of regular butter churning, then added the tiger thing. I'm just saying.
But then you just said it. Then they decided to not be Amish, so it's not Amish.
But they have the Amish upbringing, though.
That doesn't make you Amish. I have Christian upbringing. I ain't Christian right now. That ain't where I'm sitting at.
I guess I'm just
He
stirring the
likes
waters
to talk,
here.
but I ain't in his group.
What does I'm just thinking of what Amish tastes like now. Like I'm just like, would it taste like boring?
Well, I mean, like if you think about it, it's not saying that they can't cook. It's saying that certain things that are beyond the teachings of where they are, they would not do. Tiger butter is processed. It has to be processed at once. So if somebody made it, they could not possibly be of the Amish who would go, I can't use this device because this device is not of that.
I mean, like, no, I get it, but like, I'm still wondering what Amish would taste like. Would they taste boring?
Probably like lack of seasoning.
Yeah, they would never know. They will only know what's around them.
Yeah.
Was word of mouth, and then I think they wouldn't be able to use certain processed foods. So yeah.
So it would taste like lack of seasoning.
Yeah, it would taste like lack of
It
seasoning.
wouldn't necessarily be like horrible, but you would just be like, I need seasoning. Like that's.
Yeah, like maybe if you were a baby and you had nothing else, you didn't know anything. Like, okay, I can get along with this. But once you got, it's just
the
like
moment you taste something that even has like a sprinkle of fucking, I don't know, tarragon.
Yeah, they want to
what
get
the fuck
that.
is, oh my god! Like, I'm pretty sure the Amish don't use tarragon. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I mean, like of course they don't. Of course they'd rather go renegade and just be all evil.
Yeah.
It's interesting because like
They're the type that give you that salad with no dressing. Nothing. Just the leaves.
Okay, seeing as how that's on topic, am I the only one that actually doesn't care for salad dressing? I think I'm the only one on the I am damn sure.
Oh, wait. What kind of salad dressing? Because you got like Italian dressing, you got Russian dressing.
All forms, like serious, all forms of dressing. I don't care
So
for
you don't
it.
like ranch at all, or you don't count ranch as salad dressing?
Like,
Ranch is a cursed thing in some form. In some form.
I mean, I just don't care for it at all. Like, all the salads that I make don't have any form of dressing whatsoever. It's just salt, pepper, oil, vinegar, that whole deal. And, like, when I was telling this...
That's a dressing.
That is dressing!
What, oil and vinegar?
Because I make my own dressing. That's the dressing I have. It's red wine vinaigrette. Well, red wine vinegar. Add it with olive oil. Add it with basil, oregano. Like, that's dressing.
Yeah, that's the basis of dressing. Having an oil and vinaigrette, and then you add other stuff to change the type of dressing.
Oh, okay. Then I'm good.
Salad dressing, but you're out there like a rabbit eating grass.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. You're talking about. You're just over here just like, and I'm like, no, sir.
Well, no, because
Psychopath. Stop that.
she was all like, oil and vinegar doesn't count. And I'm just all like, okay.
That's dressing. Dressing is stuff you put on there.
That's literally, you can make it any flavor you want because you're just baking it and it's a light coating over it.
Yeah,
so don't
that's the
stay
basis.
crisp.
That's the basis. It's just like you having ambergris from a sperm well. You have it. It
He
smells.
was asking about ranch because ranch is basically just buttermilk and beef.
Yeah.
But
Like
I would
that's a
say
horrible
that 'cause
thing.
I thought he was like salad dressing. Like, you mean every salad? Because there's Italian ranch. Because some people look all this stuff differently, and some people be like, I don't count ranch as a salad dressing because I don't eat salads, but I'll dip my fries in it.
Yeah.
So,
I was like, there's a whole spec. I got where he was coming from with whether ranch pot, but I was like, no, vinaigrette or like light dressing, those are the best because it keeps the salad
oil,
fresh.
like oil, salt, and pepper. You basically have a light dressing there, man. Like,
That's not a
But you know, speaking of flavors and lack of palates, or maybe poor palates, I heard like a Popeyes just opened up in the UK. The first Popeyes this past week.
Oh my God, they've been missing out.
And
Are they getting actual seasoning?
Yeah, they're getting the actual Popeyes, and people were afraid of how they're handling the spiciness, and they were afraid of leaving the biscuit in there because in the UK the biscuit means a cookie, and they were afraid that people be confused. Like, why would I get a chicken and a cookie?
Well, I mean, KFC didn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Fuck, but they're all like, they say it was a huge thing because they were all like, we hear all these rap songs that talk about Popeyes and shit, and now they have plans to open up like 30 more franchises through the UK. I mean, and I'm just like, it took this long to get chicken over there? Like, damn.
The only reason they know curry is because, you know,
because it's their colonization. Yeah. Their whole stick
who was
is
gonna throw them
imperialism.
Popeyes? Who was gonna normally do that? Why was
Okay,
we gonna
well,
just
to
give
be
that up?
fair, that was the French. The French were on Popeyes beforehand because they're the ones that stole us in Louisiana because that short man got stretched too thin in Europe.
I can't judge too hard. Most of my family's from Louisiana. I got that blood, so I can't judge too hard. I mean, I can, but I can't talk so much shit because I'm included in it. So it doesn't.
So you're gonna perish the thought? Get it? Yeah, there we go.
And don't forget, Captain. We like, you know, the greenfish jambalaya. We both had it. Like, it was from Hellpoint. We both had the greenfish jambalaya. Love that chicken. But no, on it. Okay, Popeyes or KFC? Like, I'm all.
Popeyes.
Yes, thank you. I'm glad we have that consensus.
Everybody. No.
Half the times, I'm kind of glad there's a Pizza Hut Express or a Taco Bell.
Yeah.
No, it's always been Popeye. Like, when the chicken sandwich craze, like, that Popeyes came out with, like, I was smart. I baited my time. I waited for the right moment to fucking strike. And then I had their spicy chicken sandwich. I can honestly say, badass. It's not don't get me wrong, it's not spicy, but then again, like, I'm a big fan of spicy foods. Like, I'll eat.
Simple. You get the chicken. I like their nuggets now. I get their shrimp baskets sometimes too.
Yeah, they have a large variety of things now. Like, it's that many. It's good.
Yeah, and I just saw their mac and cheese. I'm gonna get that shit, but you know, it's because of Thanksgiving, I felt guilty, so I gotta do my own thing. But
That's my bad.
Oh, speaking of, Bobbert, how was your turkey day?
oh, good. I didn't do anything. Got drunk, watched football. How God intended it.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I entered into this Friendsgiving bit, so we ended up just cooking like a shitload of food. But let's
not again. I did that Friendsgiving one. I was doing the turkey shit. Their mom came over. I don't know. Like, like I was a never again.
That story already sounds like I need to hear the rest of it, just because she's just like, their mom came. What? How are you gonna stop it at that point?
Well, cause I decided like I'm gonna brine the turkey. I was gonna do this shit. So I beforehand got a bag, put it in there, brine it overnight, do all this shit. Had this girl over, all this shit, all sick. Her mom comes over. This girl's a mess. Her mom's a mess, which makes sense of why the girl's a mess.
Wow, okay.
Goddamn, it's hurting, man.
And then we were cooking it over at her place, and she had roommates and stuff, and her roommates' friends were there, and they're a mess. And I'm just kind of just like, man, I'm glad I got enough weed and booze for this shit, but
Wow, okay.
it was not worth it at all. Later on, I would end up taking her back to her place because she lived in Orange County, so I would drive up there, took her one time when her grandpa was in the hospital, turned out he died, stayed the night. That was kind of weird. Found out her brother and some of his friends with like some white nationalist group. That was fucking weird. Hanging out with like some white nationalist guy at a Taco Bell in Costa Mesa. That was fucking weird. But
I ain't gonna say that it ain't happened to me before. Not at that location, but suddenly be in a room and be like, Bill, oh, you're part of the Aryan Brotherhood. Awesome. Okay. But you like me because you don't feel like I'm black enough. Okay, awesome.
yeah, I'm not dreading enough. I'm not in a group. And it's
like it puts you in a weird spot because you're like, I don't know how to feel about that.
yeah, it's like we're it's a break.
Oh my God.
Nowadays, we're not holidays. We're not around our people. We can be cool and shit. But when I'm thinking about you on the other days, like,
Yeah.
but I'm just thinking, I still just want to fuck this one chick, so I'm not really caring. But I'm kind of like, I don't want to be here in Orange County.
Dude,
You know?
guys,
Long story short, that shit didn't really turn out. She died like a year ago or a couple months ago from brain cancer, so weird. Yeah.
okay, that was a mood killer, but like, but okay,
At the end, and that's how the story ends. I mean,
well, with
we can't all have a How I Met Your Mother 2 years or 12 down the road, and we meet each other. No.
You might have wanted to drug that one out. Good God, man.
yeah,
No, you would have asked what happened to her, and I would have been, last time I seen, she died because of cancer. Like, I mean,
I didn't imagine you married her at the end, but still.
yeah, but like, if it'll make you feel any, well, for what? Okay, well, I'll tell you about well, Captain knows about the realtors, but I'll tell you about that later. But because like, I was intentionally saving this up for either like for one of our Let's Play episodes, but like I still have to do that butthead impression, so I might as well just put on the Slab Lounge, seeing as how we're like so off the Dune topic, which I will get back on. We'll get back to the Dune topic. We'll get back to the Dune topic, but like,
dude is done.
fuck you, guys. I had a sequel to Jesus Lady, like.
Jesus, ladies. How dare.
Okay, so Robert, here's the full wait, did I tell you? Oh yeah, no, I told you about the Jesus Lady too, didn't I? Like,
That info lady from Rocco's Modern Life?
no. Like, I was having a shit week, and like, I went up to this. I was telling her how shitty my week has been because it was the week I took off from the wire cutting job to teach for UCSD, and
Fuck them. I used to go there.
Anyway, so like, I'm telling her some of the shit that went down, and she's all like, "Oh, you'll survive this." And the best way to survive this is if you welcome Jesus into your life. And I will, after this video after we're done with this Slab Lounge, I will play that audio clip of Captain's.
I haven't clicked out because I was very vivid about it.
Whenever I see someone say Jesus, I think of that Jesus from the Big Lebowski. I'm like, I don't want that guy anywhere near my life. Like, I need a restraining order.
So here's the sequel to how all of that went down. For those who don't know, I have 3 jobs. I teach for 2 colleges now, and my 9 to 5 is at Goodwill. So I'm on my break.
Colleges.
UCSD and Southern States University. In fact, next I'm doing 2 classes for SSU come January 10th. Anyway,
The South shall rise again.
yeah, okay. Anyway, so I'm at Goodwill. It's my break time. I'm outside. No, it was actually my lunch break. So I'm outside. I've been having a cigarette, just enjoying myself. And this lady, she comes up, and I'm just all like, "Hey," and she's like, "Hey, do you have an extra cigarette?" I'm like, I'm like, okay, something's off, but I'll give her an extra cigarette. So I give her one. And I'm just all like, "Hey, if you want, you can grab some chairs." So she sits next to me, and I'm like, "Okay, maybe something will happen here. And I'm just like, hey, is something wrong? You look like a little off or something. Yeah, something's wrong. So like, hey, just, talk about it. Sometimes it's good to air out, She's all like, oh, God. God told me to smite Satan, but I didn't. Instead, I chose to smoke crystal meth. And here I am just... I'm just... What? I'm just...
You should have been like, so that was a crystal clear message to you, huh?
Ugh. I'm just like, what? Just what?
You're trying to register. It's like, is this cognitive dissonance? Like, is this guy genuinely trolling me, or is he a genuine idiot? I don't know.
It's...
How did that just roll out your mouth?
I don't know. This is the La Jolla Goodwill. Does that happen a lot? Well, I don't know. Robert, have you been to the La Jolla Goodwill at all?
I've been to La Jolla. Wait, did I go to that Goodwill? I might have been at Goodwill for a party. Not for a party, but we had a party when I was at UCSC. It was a frat, and we were doing this whole party, and I wanted to go to the thrift store, and I might have went with my other friend. His name was also Robert, but he was like a 50-year-old Indian guy. But Native American Indian, not IT Indian. Is that discriminatory?
Just say indigenous, dude. Like...
Oh no.
But I've been down to La Jolla a couple of times. It always weirds me out, because it's like, people look at me and they know I'm black and I'm tall, so I think at first they think, okay, athlete or whatever, has money. But then they look at the clothes I wear. You've seen the clothes I wear, and they're like,
Yeah.
okay, not athlete, not money.
Well, yeah, okay, so, Captain, for the record, the Goodwill in La Jolla, it's really, it's really ritzy up there. Like, a lot of people, like, with money just come, which is a very strange thing to say.
Alicia Keys lives out in La Jolla.
Okay, I didn't know that. Good on her. But it's still...
She has a house out there. There's a lot of people that live out there. Lynn Howerton from Always Sunny in Philadelphia has a house out here in La Jolla. There's a lot of them. And they just commute up to LA.
Okay. I think it's still fucking... It's still fucking weird, like, how all these people with money just go to a used goods store. Because that's essentially what a thrift store is. Everything's used. Oh, Doug, you mean second hand. Oh, yeah, like, I'm going to use that kind of technical terminology. Fuck you.
Well, it's unique. Well, because it's unique, because in their world, everyone has designer. You getting a Kmart Blue Light Special sets you on the map.
Yeah. It's like, oh my god.
Yeah, I mean, you got now you got second and third generation of folks up there who all they know is ridiculously high priced designer shit that makes no goddamn sense in any practical manner. But
Now here it is here for $12.
Now you get a Massimo, and Massimo, if he's not in jail with Uncle Becky, you get a Massimo from Target. You're all like, ooh, it's Target.
It's Target.
Someone told them what the real name was.
You're like, it's Massimo from Target. You're like, ooh, did you get that from Barcelona or Ibiza?
Yeah. Oh my god! Like, but some of the customers, like, I just want to strangle. Like, sometimes, because, like, for instance, like, our fitting rooms, they're still closed because, like, the Goodwill that I work at, we're short-handed. So we're just all like, oh, you have, like, you're wearing those stupid yoga pants and whatever, and you can just wear that. You can try on what you've got in the mirror over there. Like, I had a customer literally come up to me. Like, I'm just trying to, like, make sure everything's back in order. She comes up to me. She's like, excuse me, I want to return these clothes because I can't use the fitting room. I'm just like, But fuck off.
I'd be like, return it. I thought the old time I used to do is they used to have like a cart. When you go to the fitting room, you come out, you just throw that shit you didn't want in the cart, walk away.
Yeah.
Nobody wants that after you wore it. No.
No one wants that. No.
Dude, you think that's bad? We sell bras and sports bras, and I'm just like, why wouldn't, in God's name, would you wear secondhand undergarments? I can understand pants or a shirt, but fucking undergarments? Fuck.
Undergarment.
People do it. They
just
out there.
You'd be like, I'll just wash it, or I'll just turn it inside out.
There's no amount of washing. You can't. Once skin has made that kind of contact.
Okay, well.
Undergarments are you selling?
If you had siblings and you already wore hand-me-downs that you were to run the litter, you might just be used to it.
That's different. That's siblings.
That's at least your own blood.
Well, that's even worse, because you...
And be like, give me them underwear you be wearing. No. That's essentially what you're doing.
Yeah.
Okay, but with your siblings, you know how worse it is. You know the skin marks. You know what they're doing with their underwear. At least the other one, you can be in denial.
No, you can't be in denial for strangers' undergarments. You cannot be in denial for strangers. Comment section, please flame this man. Help me. You can't. No, a stranger's undergarments.
I don't trust water that's been in a room before I got in the room and it's on the table and open.
Yeah.
They made that system. If I don't remember, I ain't drinking out that fucking bottle.
Exactly. Oh.
Underwear sits in that same category.
Yes.
So if you got like an SE or something from this use thing, what is their legal liability in selling that? Like if someone got like an SE or whatever,
This.
That's your legal liability.
Just the crabs. That's going in the second Captain K compilation. Oh my god. What's the link? And crabs! I can see it now. You're like doing that whole Jack in the...
crabs. I can open up a restaurant.
You're like winding up a Jack in the Box.
If it happened to you, and you got crabs from it, everyone will know one way or another. So you will have so many witnesses.
Okay,
You will all be able to testify to those crabs.
Okay, but do you think you would have the balls enough to go out in public and tell people you were cheap enough to buy used underwear?
You're going to have to do that and explain where the fuck those crabs came from.
Yeah!
Are you going to say that you went to Roll Tide, just rolled in there?
I don't know. You might be like, I saw a cheap hooker in Vegas. It might be a better story.
Okay, but you can't sue her.
No, you can't.
That's her business. There's no contract on that. You took those crabs. You paid for them.
You paid for them! Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh. No. I can assure you, I am still alive.
Like crabs.
You paid for them.
The meeting. Like, here's a law firm.
Yeah, call it the law firm of Jacoby and Myers.
Seen in their fence meeting. Like, hey, we're going over this. Here's our strategy for the fence. Let's see if there's any precedents. Oh, yeah, we have a precedent. It was a former client of ours.
Well, yeah, of course you I can't even.
Oh.
You call that? That should be the shield. Let's take back the shield that was in the late 90s and call
The
it
one that's putting down all the crap cases.
We'll call it the hammer because we're done with that.
Oh. Good Lord.
Oh no.
That is going in the reaction compilation. This, we are the three Kwamis.
Fuck that, dude.
Oh. Ooh. Oh, Lord Haberdashery's Jesus and hemoglobins, in the words of Tony Baker.
You know, the weird thing, another fact I learned, the female blue whale vagina can hold up to 8 people.
Well, yeah, the male sperm whale gives like 40 gallons.
No, but I'm saying the blue whale female vagina can fit up to 8 people.
That's awesome, though.
Yeah.
Okay, Timmy. Here's what you want to go inside and see where babies come from? Sure.
Well,
That might be the new target.
you can have a word problem. You could say, Missy, the blue whale vagina can hold 8 people. We have blah blah blah. Who's 6 feet tall? This is 6 feet tall. How many of these people can fit in her without going over? I'm just saying, it's a word
So what
problem.
I'm hearing is, when we later go green in the future, apartments will be in whale vagina. That's where we're living now.
I'm just saying,
When the
someone
sea
from
level
New York-
rises.
Someone from New York will say this is a very spacious apartment and it's rent control. That's what I'm saying.
Okay. I will put back money, and I will try to get the one that has the most velveteen texture. It'll be fun.
Yeah, you can't track sand of that shit, man. That sand will get lost forever, though.
Mm-hmm. So wait, if I live in a whale's vagina, does that make me a seaman? Carlos!
I think you're part of the Blue Man group.
Much better. Oh my god. That... You know, I know I said we'd bring this back up to topic, but we're actually coming close to time. So,
accurate to that part 1, huh?
Oh, no. Let's not do a part 2. You know, I suggest we start talking about, like, our shitty jobs. Because, like, while, yes, Captain has talked about his days in McDonald's, especially when it comes to that milkshake machine thing.
Oh, fuck that.
Yard, though, it's definitely probably the yard.
Oh, next week is just us talking shit jobs. And my God, do I got some shit jobs. Have I had some shit jobs in the past? But no, honestly, like, I think I like this Goodwill job more than I did my wire cutting job. Because, well, yes, in the wire cutting job, I get to listen to my music. With the Goodwill, like, there's just so much eye candy.
Scenario.
Huh?
Eye candy, funny scenario.
Oh God, yes. Like this lady was like just she comes up to me. She was kind of being flirty. I was like, okay, I'm flirting back, but like I'm not gonna try anything stupid. And she's all like, oh, dude, I really like this dress. I think this dress will fit me. What do you think my size is? And I'm just like, nope, nah, no.
Falling for that trap.
Nope.
Find you an assistant.
Yeah.
If she says that, she said, "Wait till your size," and she'd be like, "9 inches, because that's what I'm gonna fill in."
I'm not doing. No, I'm not doing that. It's like the same thing with
Back and forth on that.
That's a trap waiting to happen.
Yeah, it's like that.
Don't walk into that one. That's that same trap when someone says, "Hey, how old do I look?" and it's a woman. No.
So you just be like Gerald Akbar's right there. It's a drop.
Mm-hmm.
Drop.
Ironically enough, the how old do I look thing, that's how it started with those realtors. I swear to God, like, it was karaoke night. I was just doing my own thing, and then I waved hi to her, and she's like, "Oh, you're a youngin'." I'm like, well, not really, but okay. She's like, "Why? How old do I look?" And I'm just like, "Okay, I'll just, I don't know, 30. She's like, "Ouch, but thank you. I'm actually 50. I'm like, "Oh." And then it just goes on from there. And then they hit the sauce. And then they tried, and then I barely kept up with the sauce. And then the rest of that night happened. For the record, Robert, here's what I mean by that. It was me, her friend. We went into the hotel. There was disrobing happened, but I don't know how far it went, because next thing I know, I woke up next to the redhead, which happened to be the cuter one, and we were both naked.
So
you don't know all the details.
what I'm hearing is that you had a juicy hot redhead, and it was frosty, so you went to a Wendy's.
Right. You know what? Fine, let's do that. But I won't tell that to. But don't you tell that. But don't tell that to Joe. She'll fuck you up. We had a okay, so Captain, there's this coworker. Her name's we call her Joe, like in the wire cutting job. Her actual name's Wendy Joe Thomas. I'm not shitting you. Yeah. Oh my God! Like, but that night was.
She's still there. She's working still at FBS and at Old Navy for the holidays.
Wait, what?
She's also working at IPS and working at Old Navy for the holidays.
Oh, okay. Ouch. Well, at least she's still working there. That's good. But, yeah, like, oh my God. That night was so insane. So fucking insane. You don't want to have it repeat. Well, no, because, like, even after I came back to my apartment, I was, like, dead for, like, 4 hours or something. Like, I was seriously dead. I needed to be revived, but no Dragon Balls could fully revive me until... It's just so... Oh my God. Even when we were doing our recordings, I was dead. I was just... Yeah.
That is true.
Oh, man. But, for those who are still watching, watch the Dune movie. It's fantastic. See? I did bring it back up to topic. Double betrayal.
It could spice up your life.
Oh.
That's the plus.
Mm-hmm. It could spice up. I would like to try, a Whopper with cheese and spice. Like, just spice. Because I think it would bring out the full potential of the Whopper.
Whopper. If I had the Whopper with spice,
I feel like the Whopper...
on my way home, I'm like, Waze, there's police 500 feet ahead.
Wait.
I feel like if you do it that way, the Whopper will have a better sense of you.
Right?
Okay.
I mean, if you're going to do Burger King Whopper, you gotta do the Bacon King.
No! It's like that stupid Chick King. It's overrated.
They're all kings. But you remember the best thing about Burger King was like 20 years ago when they had those nice Rugrats movie witch watches. Used to fuck with that shit all the time. For the first movie, hell yeah. Collectibles, man.
Oh yeah.
They're like millennial items. Literally, I think it happened around 2000. So they're literally millennial items, man.
Oh yeah.
The Shadow Realm.
That's true. And hey, who knows? I mean, the chicken parm's coming back, so...
Oh, yeah, they should have one white guy from Brooklyn or Queens that still lives in his basement. Okay, thank you.
Dang.
And with that being said, thanks for tuning into the Slab Lounge, everybody. This has been the Three Kwames, telling you to enjoy. You are going to love our old jobs, because I think that's gonna be. And I think hold on. Let me take a look at my calendar real fast. This is 2 weeks from now. Oh my God, guys, we gotta do it. We gotta do it on a Saturday. Because Saturday, the next time we do Slab Lounge, it's gonna be December 25th. If we do it on that Saturday. Fuck yeah! Fuck yeah! Oh hell yeah! Hell yeah! Oh, prepare for that Slab Lounge, people. Also, like, comment, and subscribe, and share this podcast with fun. It would be greatly appreciated, but most importantly, we just want you to sit back, relax, turn your brain off, and have fun. That said, take care, everybody. True that. Take care, everybody. Later on.